Do you want to avoid losing over $500,000 in wealth-building opportunities? Do you want to know how your daily small habits are blocking your path to financial freedom? The answer is simple. Track your spending. Transform unconscious expenses into conscious investments. Why does this work? This slide explains everything. The Latte factor, popularized by David Bach in his book The Automatic Millionaire, 2004, and others. You buy a $5 latte every day. That's $1,825 per year. What happens if you invest this at year-end, compounded at 8% nominal annually for 40 years? Approximately $524,000. The problem isn't the latte itself. The problem is unconsciousness. Small expenses flowing away unnoticed. They accumulate and silently steal your wealth. This is the mathematics of compound interest itself. However, 8% annual return is not a future guarantee. Results vary with assumed returns, fees, taxes, and inflation. And this is preventable. Starting today, record every expense. Cut what doesn't create value. Send that amount automatically to your investment account. This changes your future. Today, I'll show you the mathematical foundation. Let me show you the numbers. $5 every day. An amount nobody notices. A Starbucks latte, a lunch upgrade, a snack after work. $1,825 per year. Total investment of $73,000 over 40 years. Looking at this alone, it's not a massive amount. But what happens when you invest this? Let me clarify the assumptions. $1,825 invested at year-end, compounded at 8% nominal annually. This 8% is based on the historical average return of approximately 10% for index funds like the S&P 500. Past returns don't guarantee future results. After 40 years, approximately $524,000. With monthly contributions, it increases slightly to about $528,000. Total investment of $73,000 grows to approximately $520,000. About 7 times growth. Here's an important reality. This $520,000 is a nominal figure. Calculated with 3% annual inflation, the real purchasing power becomes equivalent to about $160,000 in today's dollars. Furthermore, in taxable accounts, taxes reduce it by 20 to 30%. That's why utilizing tax-advantaged accounts is critical. A small $5 choice has a massive impact on your future. Now, what about lunch? Many people eat out every day. Average of $15. However, this is a conservative estimate. With recent inflation, lunch costs in urban areas are approaching $20. The impact of savings has become larger than ever. 5 days a week, 250 business days per year. Let's calculate. $15 times 250 days equals $3,750. That's the annual amount. Total investment of $150,000 over 40 years. But if you invest this at year-end at 8% nominal annually, approximately $1.08 million, roughly $1.08 million, about twice the $5 latte. What if you bring lunch and reduce eating out to twice a week? $10 savings per day, $2, $500 per year, about $720,000 over 40 years. Lunch choices alone can create a potential difference between $700,000 and over $1 million. This isn't an extreme scenario. It's a calculation-based projection. But again, these are nominal amounts. Considering inflation and taxes, real purchasing power becomes smaller. Still, the direction the numbers show is clear. Your daily choices impact your wealth. It's not just lattes and lunches. There are less visible expenses. Subscriptions. Netflix $15, Spotify $10, gym $50, various apps. Over $100 per month, including ones you don't use. Next, impulse purchases. $5 at a convenience store, $3 at a vending machine. 10 times a week is $50 per month, disappearing without you noticing. And convenience fees, delivery fees, ATM fees, various service charges. easily exceeding $50 per month. When you add these up, over $200 per month, $400 per year. If you invest $200 monthly at month end, converting 8% annual nominal to monthly rate for 40 years, around $700,000, roughly at that level. It varies by tens of thousands of dollars depending on assumptions. All these expenses are too small to care about. That's precisely why they're dangerous. Small holes sink ships. However, in household finance improvement, optimizing fixed costs like insurance, telecommunications, and housing often has greater impact than just discretionary spending. Track and visualize this spending, and you can cut it. Cancel unused subscriptions. Reduce impulse purchases to once a week. Find ways to avoid fees. Here's a critical principle to understand. The latte factor isn't blaming lattes. It's blaming unconsciousness. If you truly enjoy that latte, buy it. The problem is lattes you buy out of habit. Things you buy without considering if you really want them. This is value-based spending. Not cutting all spending, but cutting spending that doesn't create value. Let me show you an example. If you love travel, don't cut travel expenses. That's giving you value. But that gym membership you don't use, that's not creating value. Brand items you're buying for appearance, does that really make you happy? Convenience store snacks you buy out of habit, do you really need them? Apply this question to every expense. Cut what doesn't create value. Keep what does create value. To be fair, let me say this. The latte factor has its critics. The structural issue is that fixed costs like housing, education, and healthcare have skyrocketed, so cutting lattes doesn't provide enough capital to invest. Income level matters too. However, value-based spending is a principle valid at any income level. So how do you execute this? Willpower alone won't sustain it. You need a system. Automation. There are 3 steps. Step 1. Automatic transfer from paycheck. When your paycheck arrives, automatically send 5% to 15% of your take-home pay, an amount appropriate to your situation, to your investment or savings account. Set this up first. The order is income, savings equals expenses. Live on what's left. However, if you have high-interest debt, consider prioritizing repayment. And critically, secure emergency funds before investing. Recently, interest rate levels have risen. Keep emergency funds in high-yield safe assets like interest-bearing deposits or short-term government bonds. The cost of leaving cash idle can't be ignored. Step 2. Implement expense tracking apps. Examples include YNAB, Empower Personal Dashboard, Credit Karma. Confirm availability in your region. Automatically record all expenses. Aggregated by category. See where your money flows at a glance. Step 3. Monthly review. Once a month, take just 30 minutes. Look at your expense report. Discover waste. Adjust for next month. This system eliminates your emotions. Finally, let's consolidate these numbers. $5 daily expense, about $520,000 over 40 years. $15 weekday lunch, about $1.08 million over 40 years. $200 monthly unconscious spending, about $700,000 over 40 years. All calculated at 8% nominal annually. This is a figure used as an example, based on assumptions from the historical average of index funds like the S&P 500. It's not a future guarantee. It's a mathematically expected mechanism if you utilize appropriate tax-advantaged accounts. In taxable accounts, the received amount decreases by 20 to 30%. I want you to notice something here. It's not about the amount's size. It's time. Even a small amount, like $5, can potentially become over $500,000 in 40 years. But if you start 10 years late, depending on assumptions, final assets become significantly smaller. With the same contribution amount, it often decreases by several tens of percent or more. Whether it's $5 or $10 isn't that critical. Whether you start today or tomorrow. This is what's decisively important. If you're in your 20s, you have 40 years. In your 30s, you have 30 years. Even in your 40s, you have 20 years. It's never too late. But earlier is better. Today, start investing even $1. That's the first step to your wealth. Now, let's organize today's key points. Here's today's summary. First, the truth of the latte factor. A concept popularized by David Bach in his book, The Automatic Millionaire, 2004, and others. An amount nobody notices, $5 daily, can potentially become about $520,000 in 40 years. The problem isn't the latte itself. It's unconsciousness. Expenses flowing away unnoticed are silently stealing your wealth-building opportunities. Second, the potential of compound effects. Weekday lunch of $15 is about $1.08 million over 40 years. Monthly unconscious spending of $200 is about $700,000. Even small amounts, when combined with time and compounding, can potentially become substantial assets. However, these are all nominal amounts, and 8% annually is an assumption. Considering inflation and taxes, real purchasing power becomes smaller. Third, the necessity of systematization. Automatic investment from paycheck, expense tracking apps, monthly reviews. These 3 steps are the method to build assets without relying on willpower. The system supports you. Why not review your daily spending today? Which $5 is truly creating value? In the comments, share the expenses you've cut, your automation system, your success stories. Everything becomes wisdom for this community. Thanks for staying with me until the end today. This channel explains with numbers the impact of small choices, the power of compounding, and concrete strategies toward financial freedom. You can also transform unconscious spending into conscious investment. If you want to gain that confidence, subscribe to this channel. Turn on notifications too. See you in the next one.